All right, how we doing today? This is Remnant One, and I just want to conclude this series, all right, by just recapping certain things that I spoke about, the current state of America and the four prophets and so forth, okay? So I can go on and move on to other stuff, okay, pertaining this evangelism, okay? So look forward for more content soon. But I went over many of the different paradigms of what, or different situations of what America we're going through right now, okay, being that this is COVID is the main headline of 2020, okay. This is August of 2020, and many of the cases are still going up, particularly in the South, okay. But now, as we can see, we have a little over 5 million cases, 20 million worldwide. We're about 27 million trillion dollars in debt. Okay, a lot of people are worried about where the next stimulus is going to come from. You still have about 40 million people out of work, with only about 10 million jobs out there. We have a break in between stimulus because one that just ended the end of last month, and I don't think the second one's going to come along till about the end of August, so maybe 1st of September, but the end of August, somewhere around there. Okay. Evictions. Okay, that there's about 28 million people in America that's facing evictions. Okay, I think many of those people will not get evicted, all right, provided that they do the right thing. But I guarantee you 10, maybe 15% that haven't been doing anything, that there will be evicted. And who's to say it may be a good thing? Okay, but for the most part, I believe that the significance of this year is for the Most High to reach his hand out and show that there is a higher power, and for everybody to recalibrate themselves. Okay, this is a wake-up call for everybody. So that being said, that I went over that, and I went over the state of Israel. Okay, this is during the time where the Syrians and then the Babylonians wanted to, and successfully did, seize Israel and Judah. The Assyrians invaded Israel about 738 BC, and then the Babylonians invaded Judah about 540 BC. Okay, and you had these several prophets. There were actually several prophets. You had 5 to 7 minor prophets, but I'm talking about the 4 major prophets. That's Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel, and Jeremiah, that did spend a lifetime, okay, prophesizing to Israel against sinful behavior, okay, or immoral, you can say, money, idolatry, and then pagan gods, okay, going against the grain of the Abrahamic covenant with the Most High, okay, and disobeying the Torah. And many of them did not do that, so as a result, that turned out to be desecration of the land and then destruction of the temple. But God that did loved the Israelites enough to restore them, but he wanted to do that with more humbler people, softer hearts, and to instill a more humble king in the Davidic line. Speaking of which, many of the 4 prophets were of the a priestly line. Okay, Daniel was a part of the family of David. Okay, so these people were actually appointed by the Most High to prophesize to Israel. Okay, and not just in a bad way, but in a good way. They did envision other countries, okay, that will come forth, okay, as well to invade Israel and the nations surrounding, if Israel did not stay humble, okay, because being restored, that's one thing, but okay, your grace can run out, and that's exactly what happened with the Israelites. Okay, when you had the four beasts that came over a period of time to invade and pretty much to humble the Israelites. Okay, scattered them all across the earth. Many of them are now in America. So we talked about that, and then we went over a few scriptures about proving the priestly line of these prophets, proving, okay, that the guys had tried to prophesize against immoral behavior. Many of them did not listen, okay. They spoke of the desecration of Israel and Judah, and you can get more information on that in Lamentations. Actually, Jeremiah wrote the book of Lamentations, where he lamented, okay, over the destruction of Jerusalem. Okay, and it does speak of things like the 70th week of Daniel. All right, this is the period of the destruction and the siege of Israel to the Messiah. Okay. And other factors like the restoration of the Israelites, and then the building of a new temple and government reform. Even the kings in the east, okay, like Persia, all right, and Babylon had to acknowledge the Most High himself, and that was through Daniel, okay, thanks to him, because he was a great dream interpreter. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and gals, okay, and feel free to subscribe, and remember, read the scriptures on your own. You can call on these series as a guide, okay, a history guide or a narrative, and they have other sources on the internet or on YouTube if you look hard enough, okay, but that'll aid you, but you would get more edification spiritually and knowledge-wise when you read the scriptures on your own. So that being said, that completes this series. Hope you like it. If you like this video or any of the videos, feel free to subscribe. Check out the rest of this series and other videos on this channel. Okay, and until next time, ladies and gentlemen,